What's up, guys? My name's Andres from Andres BC Realtor. In today's episode, I'm going to let you know what the top 6 reasons were for me to hesitate becoming a real estate agent here in Ventura County, and what I did to get over them, and start and complete the process to do that. So, here on the Ventura County Real Estate Show, we help and explain real estate terms and processes, as long as educate everybody who watches on real estate investing and what it takes to become a realtor here in Ventura County, or just in general. So real estate in general is a market that is has a lot of players in it, and becoming a realtor really comes down to how you get along with people, and how large your sphere of influence is, and how big, basically it comes down to how big, to use an old term, how big your Rolodex really is. Because, you want to know a lot of people, you want to have a lot of friends. Usually, that's, especially in the beginning, that's where your, first deals come from, or your friends and your family. And, from there it turns into referrals, and then you become a successful agent in that way. Most importantly, it's how you interact with these people and everyone in general, because you never know who really can become a client. You can be in the grocery store, and you strike up a conversation with someone there in line, and before you know it, they're one of your one of your customers, which is what everyone, you provide customer service. So a real estate agent, a realtor, because the mechanics are all the same, the forms are all the same for everybody. It really comes down to how you interact with people and how well they like you. Okay, so that's the basic of being a real estate agent. But because there are lots of people in the game, you become hesitant to enter it, because you think that all the clients are taken, or there really isn't room for one more. But if even if you think you have no skills in your tool bag, your tool belt, that you won't be a successful agent, I'm here to tell you that it really all comes down to personality. So first and foremost, it's you just think that you just can't do it, right? You're not a real estate agent. You've never been in any sales position. You've always worked in this type of industry. And for most people, real estate really is a second career, right? They've done something and they want to try something new, so they become a real estate agent. So everyone's stuck, right? I only do this thing, but it really comes down to, you really don't know what you can do until you start. There are skills that everyone has in the jobs that they already have that can transfer over to, being a real estate agent, right? If you're if you're a computer programmer, if you know a computer programming language, you may think you have no skills to become a real estate agent. But I would say that in general, the real estate field is going towards tech, and what can your website bring that another person's website can't? What data do you have that someone else does not have? So even if you're a computer programmer, a coder, and you think you have no skills to become a real estate agent, you actually may be on the forefront of this coming change in how we approach real estate. So just because you think you can do it, you won't know until you try, right? And I was in that same boat, right? I'm an engineer by profession, and forever I was, I'm an engineer. Went to school for that, and you may think that that's not what a real estate agent is, but processes and analyzing, and that all comes in handy when you're dealing in real estate. Being methodical and detailed, right? Those are all important skills that a real estate agent have, that I have in my other profession. And they're transferable to other, just like you can transfer skills from one job to another in, how should we say, the corporate 9 to 5 world. You can do the same going from a 9 to 5 person to a real estate agent, independent contractor type of job. So you don't know until you try. Second, It can be done in my market, right? You may think that homes are expensive and there's already a lot of agents in the area. But like I said, if you have that one thing that sets you apart from everybody else, it's really that's all it takes for you to start getting clients, right? Your circle of friends is big, and they trust you, and you're going to do a good job for them. Then that's your advantage over a seasoned veteran real estate agent. People that like you are going to come to you and say, "Oh, you're starting a new career, right? You're an agent now. I want to help. I want to buy a house. I want to sell my house, and I know you. You've always been straight with me, so I think I'm gonna use you as my agent. So you never know if it can be done or not in a market without trying. You may bring something to the table that other people don't. So people might use you for that. It would take too much time and effort. So I have, I'm married. I have 4 kids. I'm a full-time employee as well as a full-time realtor. So, at the time, not when I wrote this list, trying to get over this list, right? I was not that yet. You think this is going to take up all of your time, and so time and effort should not be the deciding factors on whether or not you should do it. There's always time to do things. Um, you know, I do a lot of my filming, social media marketing when everyone goes to bed, and lunchtime at work, or if it's waiting for a kid to get out of an activity, I do stuff then. So it takes a lot more scheduling. Yes, your schedule will be will be filled with more things. Yes, but it's if it all works out, if you're able to find a way to get everything to work, then it's all worth it because it's a benefit for you and your family. So just because you think you don't have time to do something really doesn't mean that you don't have time to do something. It's too risky. It takes a lot of money to get a business up and running. But again, if it works out, right, you'll more than make up for the money you spent in the onboarding or getting your license and insurance and all that stuff. So it's an investment. Don't think of it as you spending money. Think of you as investing money because it'll come back to you. Um, you know, 1, 2, 3x infinity fold. Depending on how well you do in the industry. So you think that like I said in the beginning, you think that all these agents have all these customers already, and that they already have the system down, and no one's gonna want to go with you because you're new. Um, but if people like you, if you're polite and you're friendly and you're honest, which is most important, then the people that will trust you, and they will allow you to help them find or sell home or find an investment property. So just because there are agents out there doesn't mean that the agents are not property of the customers aren't property of the agents, right? The agents have to try and keep them, and if you can bring something new to the table, that doesn't mean that you can't get customers that have already worked with somebody else. And you may think that, okay, I have all this time that I've invested in becoming an agent. What if I fail, right? And you want to already start thinking about failing before you've even started, and so that prevents you from starting at all. And in general, when you have goals, that's really a big goal, goal killer, right? Not having a goal, or having a goal and not realizing the goal, really is the failure. So you could have, whatever it is, right? You could be the next best whatever, but if you start thinking about, what if it doesn't work out, I'll just, everyone will see me as the guy that tried to do something and didn't succeed. But you might be, and you don't know until you try, right? You might be the industry changer, the catalyst to get things moving in another direction, and it could be disservice to the whatever you're doing in general, because you're not bringing the skills that you have to the table, either to make everybody better or because you have a new way of doing things. But again, don't think of the risk that is taken when you start something like this as a negative thing. use it as motivation to get it done. And you never know, you might be the next big real estate uh, agent in the area, right? So you want to sit down and really examine why you're stalling on starting a career in real estate. What are the true things, right? And what are the fallacies that are stopping you from doing something? Other people are doing it, right? So that means you can do it too, right? Just because it's hard to do something in a market doesn't mean it's impossible to do something in a market. And the risk of not doing it, right, losing something that you could have attained is a lot bigger than the risk of doing something and it potentially not working out. Um, People don't stay, with their realtor just because they don't want to tell them they want to go with somebody else, right? It's an important, transaction, so they're going to go with whoever they feel more comfortable with and shows them the most, enthusiasm or more skill, or the rapport is better with somebody else. So if you have a large group of friends that you have good rapport with, that may be a reason for them to go with you. And the only true failure is not trying at all. So, those were the things that went through that I had to get over before I started in my career in real estate. You may be going through the same thing, but those are just things that to understand that you're not the only one going through these things is very important. So, anyway, sit down, think about what you want to accomplish just in general. Find the truths, and you'll see that starting down the road in real estate really will benefit not only you but your family. And there is a way to get things done regardless of what market you're in. So, my name is Andres. This is the Ventura County Real Estate Show. I'm a real estate agent here in Ventura County. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments or email me wherever this video is posted. Comment, and I can get back to you if you have more information on what this video was on. Or if you're not an agent and you're just looking for a real estate agent or real estate information, drop me a line. Please like and subscribe. Thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you guys next time.